Tofino is one of Canada's most loved tourist destinations because of its beautiful beaches, outdoor activities, and laid-back surfer vibes.
So for the next 48 hours, we're going to be eating, hiking, and exploring our way through Tofino, British Columbia.
So we are starting off our day with some pie and coffee from Savory Island Pie Company. It was honestly kind of hard to decide where to get coffee today because there's so many cute coffee shops in Tofino, but this one is right on the water.
Tofino is located on the west coast of Vancouver Island on the Esouista Peninsula. It is situated on the traditional territory of the Clayoquot First Nation, and it is also on Clayoquot Sound. Lots of different names, but this is definitely one of the most beautiful places in all of Canada. We've actually been here once before on our honeymoon about 6 years ago, and that was long before our YouTube days.
And we only actually spent a couple days here, so we didn't really get to explore that much. Yeah. So we're really excited to spend the next couple days exploring all that Tofino has to offer. So there are a lot of excursions you can do right from the town of Tofino, such as whale watching, fishing charters, and hot springs. And we're going to show you one of those in our next video. But in this video, our goal is to just mainly focus on things that you can do independently while here in Tofino.
Now, of course, you can't come to Tofino without exploring the town of Tofino, and it's actually really great because there's just this one main street, Campbell, and then if you go down to First Street, there's just shops all along. And there's also like a nice park in the middle of town. It's actually just a great place to walk around and explore just for the day even.
It's actually kind of a bummer because we're walking around today, but there's a power outage, so a lot of the shops are actually closing early, which is definitely not the norm here, but we can't really go inside most of them. So one quick thing to note if you're going to visit Tofino is they very recently implemented paid parking throughout most of the town. There are a couple spots that have 1 hour or half an hour parking and a few free spots, but most of it is paid parking now, so just be prepared that if you're coming to spend the day here, you will have to pay to park.
The next thing you have to do in Tofino is leave. So while the town of Tofino is really cool and fun to hang out in, there are a lot of things to do just outside of the town. It's still technically in Tofino, but it is just so cool to go to some of these beaches, and this bike path is incredible. So this is just one of the many ways to get out of town. There's also a free shuttle that you can take, and there's all these different stops along the Pacific Rim Highway that you can just get picked up and taken just down, and it's honestly a pretty sick deal.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, this is amazing. Oh, I'm gonna hit you. Ah, one-handed is so hard.
A quick shout out to my cousins Steph and Doug. Not only did they let us camp on their place all week, but they also let us use their bikes and their surfboards and give us all the local tips, so they're the real MVPs of this video.
And if you're ever in Tofino, you should check out Bolt and Spice. It is definitely some of the best allspice we've ever had.
Yeah. Locally made, shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
The hike was a bit more chaotic and muddy than I was expecting, but look at this view. This is insane. This far exceeded my expectations. It's so beautiful. What the heck?
This is easily one of the most iconic views of Tofino. We are at Cox Bay Lookout, and wow, this is so beautiful. It's actually pretty easy to get here too. So this is Cox Bay Beach, and so you just have to go to the end of the beach, and then it's only like a 15-minute hike up to the top. Like Sarah said, it's pretty muddy, and I think during the winter time it might be even more so. So just be prepared for that, but man, is this view worth it.
Okay, I cannot get over the color of the water this week in Tofino. Apparently there's an algae bloom going on right now, which is why it's this turquoise color, but it is so beautiful. I literally did not even know that the Pacific could get this color. It's insane. It's so blue. I love it.
Awesome. Beautiful, thank you so much. I can do this. So good.
I'm so excited. Wow, these are huge. Yum. Mine's bigger than yours.
Nice.
So after any good hike, you gotta refuel. So we came to Tofino, which is kind of a sensation here in Tofino. It is supposed to have some of the best tacos and burritos. So we got a fish taco and a crispy chicken burrito. Eric's already diving in. so good.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so hungry, I can't even believe it. This is huge, Eric. Look how big mine is.
I love it. One thing we will say is that it is very busy here. We actually came here like an hour ago. We had to wait in line for quite a long time. And while we were in line, they actually put a chair out. You can see right behind Sarah. No, other way. Right behind Sarah. That sign says that it's already closed and it will reopen tomorrow for the next people. It's like so many people come through here. It's also super sad to see everybody disappointed when they walk up and you see the chair.
So much rejection. That was so good. Let's get out of here.
Can you grab me a napkin?
Of course.
Morning. I hope you are ready for another beautiful day here in Tofino. We are actually on our way up to one of the coolest things in this area. We're going to a World War II plane crash site. We're so excited to show you. It's really cool because along the way there's just like this dilapidated building. I don't even know what this would be, but there's just so much like graffiti on it. It's so cool.
It's kind of creepy in here. Look at this in here. I wonder what this used to be. I feel like I might fall through the floor somewhere, but...
Yeah, it's mostly cement. Oh, and it's actually part of the trail. It's actually part of the trail.
There you go. Cool. So one thing to note about hiking in these areas, or really doing anything outdoors, whether that's camping or other activities, is there is a lot of wildlife in this area, especially wolves, bears, and cougars. So you always need to be careful. You don't need to be super concerned on this kind of trail because there's a lot of people, but it's still always good to be prepared. So we've got our bear spray, we got a knife in the back, but even more importantly, please, please, please leave no trace when you're outside. That means no throwing organics in the woods, no leaving really anything related to humans outside, because it's really important to be able to protect these animals. So just pack out what you pack in.
This is the Canso plane crash site. This is, like I said, probably one of the coolest things in Tofino. So basically what happened is that after Pearl Harbor, there was a need for an air base in Tofino. So they had an air base here. There was a plane going out in around 1945 at 11 o'clock at night, and they lost power, and then they actually crashed in the woods here. There was a bunch of bombs on board. There were 12 people on board. Nobody died. I don't know how, but it is just such an interesting story. And they actually had to come in and detonate all of the bombs as well. So there's a crater nearby here as well where all the bombs were detonated, and you can still see that today.
If you're feeling extra adventurous, you can actually go inside the plane or on top, but just be really careful because it is all just shards of metal at this point.
Well, no trip to Tofino is complete without spending at least an afternoon at the beach, and we are here at one of the most spectacular beaches in Tofino, Long Beach.
This one does fall within the Pacific Rim National Park, so you do need a parks pass to be able to get in here, but there are so many beautiful beaches around Tofino. There's many other ones where you don't need a parks pass, but you do have to pay for parking, so you're paying for something either way.
So we have come here multiple times throughout our week here in Tofino. This is Incinerator Rock. It's definitely the most sought after parking lot in Tofino because it is the only parking lot that's right on the ocean if you can find a spot. We've had several times where we've tried to park our van and it has just not gone very well and we haven't had a view, but there's been one time where we had a really nice view. We basically spent the entire day just sitting in the parking lot and just working in our van. It was awesome.
So if you didn't already know, Tofino is best known for its surfing. You'll definitely notice the laid-back surfer vibes in town, as Tofitians have both island time and surfer time, so they're just very relaxed, very laid back. It's really fun vibes around here. And Long Beach is actually the most popular beach to go surfing, especially for beginners. In the summertime now, it's really nice to go surfing because the water's a little bit warmer and the waves are a little bit smaller, so it's a perfect beginner spot. If you're an expert, it's great to come here September to November when the waves are bigger. We actually went out a couple days ago with my cousin and it was so fun to try out surfing again, but it was very cold, so definitely make sure to rent a wetsuit if you come because the water is very cold even in the summer. So yeah, make sure when you come to visit that you either rent a surfboard or even just a boogie board to just fully embrace the ocean and all that Tofino has to offer.
Man, I cannot believe how incredibly beautiful it is here right now.
I cannot believe how much we lucked out with the weather.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you come
totally.
to Tofino, do not expect these bluebird skies every day. Tofino is known for being fairly gray and very rainy actually, and even foggy. So much so that they actually call August Foggust here in Tofino. So we have lucked out with just beautiful sunny weather. I'm loving it. It's so nice. Oh.
And we should also say that this is probably one of our favorite sunset spots in Tofino. There are lots of different great places to watch sunset, so make sure that if you are here for a couple days, pick a few different spots to watch sunset because this is awesome.
Oh, I love it. So nice. Look at this. It's beautiful.
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Woo! Wow, amazing. You should have been a dancer. Well, what better way to end 48 hours in Tofino than at Tofino Brewing?
Woo, cheers.
Cheers. If you like this video, and again, I'm so tired. So tired. Okay. If you like this video and you want to see more of Tofino, then you definitely need to turn on notifications because we have one more video coming for you.
We've had so much fun the last couple days, and if we miss anything that you think is crucial when coming to Tofino, throw it down in the comments so other people can see things that you recommend. And we'll see you in the next one.
We both just